Welcome to SS2 Biology, Term 1, Week 3. Today we study excretion, the removal of metabolic waste products from the body. Excretion is vital because these waste products, if allowed to accumulate, would be toxic and would disrupt the body's normal functioning. It is important to distinguish excretion from ingestion. Ingestion is the removal of undigested food material through the anus. This is not a metabolic waste. Excretion, by contrast, involves waste products that have been produced by the body's own chemical reactions, metabolism. In humans, 4 main organs carry out excretion: the liver, the skin, the lungs, and the kidneys. Each organ excretes specific types of waste. Together, these organs form the body's waste management system, keeping the internal environment stable, a process called homeostasis. The liver is the largest internal organ and a major excretory organ. It breaks down excess amino acids in a process called deamination. During deamination, the amino group is removed from the amino acid, producing ammonia, which is very toxic. The liver immediately converts ammonia into urea, which is less toxic and can be safely transported in the blood to the kidneys for removal. The liver also breaks down worn-out red blood cells, converting hemoglobin into bile pigments such as bilirubin, which are excreted in bile into the intestine and leave the body in feces. The liver also detoxifies drugs and alcohol. The skin excretes through sweat glands. Sweat contains water, salts such as sodium chloride, and small amounts of urea. When sweat evaporates from the skin surface, it also helps regulate body temperature. This is a bonus function. The amount of sweat produced increases with exercise, high ambient temperature, and emotional stress. In hot Nigerian weather, the skin plays an even more significant role in regulating temperature and excreting salts. The lungs excrete carbon dioxide and water vapor, the waste products of aerobic respiration. As blood passes through the capillaries surrounding the alveoli, carbon dioxide diffuses out of the blood into the air spaces and is then breathed out. You can demonstrate this by breathing onto a cold mirror. The water vapor condenses into droplets. The kidneys are the primary excretory organs and are responsible for removing urea, excess salts, water, and other metabolic waste from the blood. Each kidney contains about 1 million functional units called nephrons. In the nephron, filtration occurs at the Bowman's capsule, where small molecules including urea, glucose, water, and salts are forced out of the blood under pressure. This is ultrafiltration. Glucose, needed amino acids, and most water are then selectively reabsorbed into the blood in the proximal convoluted tubule and loop of Henle. The remaining fluid, now containing urea and excess substances, becomes urine. Urine passes from the kidneys through the ureters to the bladder and leaves the body through the urethra. On average, an adult produces about 1.5 liters of urine per day. The kidneys also regulate the water content of the blood, a process called osmoregulation. When you are dehydrated, the pituitary gland releases ADH, antidiuretic hormone. ADH causes the collecting duct of the nephron to become more permeable to water, so more water is reabsorbed back into the blood, producing small amounts of concentrated, dark urine. When you drink plenty of water, ADH levels fall, less water is reabsorbed, and you produce large amounts of dilute urine. This feedback mechanism keeps blood-water potential constant. For WAEC, know the 4 excretory organs and what each removes. Be able to draw and label a nephron. Understand the difference between filtration, reabsorption, and secretion in the nephron. Know the role of ADH in osmoregulation. Also be clear on the distinction between excretion and ingestion. This is a common multiple-choice trap.